Ukraine is an Eastern European country. Its capital and largest city is Kyiv. It has an area of 603,550 square kilometers. Its official language is Ukrainian. The Ukrainian hryvnia is the country's official currency UAH. Poland, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, Moldova, Russia, and Belarus are its 7 land-bordering countries. The influence of religion on Ukrainian music, literature, and architecture is significant. Ukraine experienced substantial improvements in 2017, with 6.4 million people rising over the poverty line as a result of hikes in the minimum wage and increased social safety programs. However, the future of Ukraine's impoverished remains uncertain after 5 years of fighting with Russia, with 39% of the population still living in poverty. Aid from the United States and other countries is the only surefire option for individuals in Ukraine to find relief from the current turmoil, while the Ukraine-Russia conflict continues. Welcome to Luxuricity, the place of luxurious inspiration, ideas, and information. We will be talking about 10 interesting facts about Ukraine. Number 1. The largest country in Europe. Ukraine is the largest country in Europe in terms of area, if you exclude Russia, which is located in both Asia and Europe. Ukraine has a total size of 603.55 square kilometers. While Ukraine is Europe's largest country in terms of territory, it is not the most populous. It has a population of around 43 million people, which is less than Germany and France. Number 2. 7 World Heritage Sites can be found in Ukraine. 7 sites in Ukraine are on the UNESCO World Heritage List, and they are among the best locations to visit in Ukraine. These include the St. Sophia Cathedral in Kyiv and the old center of Lviv, as well as the Carpathians' unique wooden churches and the beech forests that surround them. Here's a list of some of the best protected areas in Ukraine to visit on your vacation. Number 3. Vyshyvanka is Ukraine's national costume. Ukraine's national costume is known as Vyshyvanka. This one stands out because of the needlework work, which includes Ukrainian embroidery. Vyshyvanka is a basic white linen shirt embellished with hand-sewn floral or ornamental embroidery. The costume's unique feature is that it may be worn by both men and women. Number 4. Deepest metro station in the world. Arsenalna station on the Sviatoshinsko-Brovarska line in Kyiv, Ukraine's capital city, is the world's deepest metro station. On November 6, 1960, this metro station opened as part of the first stage of the Kyiv Metro, which was built and designed by the Soviet Union. Arsenalna station, located at a depth of 105.5 meters, is the deepest metro station in Kyiv Metro. Arsenalna looks to be a pylon tri-vault, but the pylons, as well as their entrances, are entirely decorative. All that is present in the portal are pink marble walls with bronze grills that feature metallic artwork on Soviet themes. The station instead features a tiny lobby that is directly connected to the escalator tunnel. The escalator journey is one of the most lengthy, lasting up to 5 minutes. Number 5. Invented the gas lamp. One of these groundbreaking inventions was the gaslight, which was invented in 1853 by 2 pharmacists from Lviv, Jan Zay and Ignacy Ukasiewicz. Invented by a local pharmacist in a store called at the Golden Star, the feat is now commemorated by a cafe in the same building called Gasova Lampa. Number 6. The famous Tunnel of Love. It is one of Ukraine's most photographed locations. Visitors come from all over the world to view the famous tree tunnel that runs through Klevin, a little western village. Ukraine's Tunnel of Love may be traced back to the tensions and secrecy of the Cold War, as Amos Chappell discovered when he investigated the site. Number 7. Ukraine, or the Ukraine. The Ukrainian government and numerous English-language media outlets have publicly condemned the use of the term Ukraine. Ukraine is the country's official full name, as specified in its Declaration of Independence and Constitution. No other official lengthy name exists. On August 24, 1991, Ukraine's Communist Supreme Soviet, parliament, stated that Ukraine would no longer follow the laws of the Soviet Union and would instead follow the laws of the Ukrainian SSR, effectively declaring Ukraine's independence from the Soviet Union. The Ukrainian administration demanded that the country be referred to simply as Ukraine in 1993. The addition of the was considered offensive by some Ukrainians, according to U.S. Ambassador William Taylor, who believed it suggested a contempt for the country's sovereignty. Number 8. Home of many ghost towns. The Chernobyl accident, the world's deadliest nuclear disaster, occurred in Ukraine. The Chernobyl exclusion zone, established by the Soviet Union soon after the catastrophe in 1986, encompasses the disaster site and its environs, which are located in northern Ukraine. There are a number of abandoned villages within the zones, the most famous of which being Pripyat, which attract visitors from all over the world. Tours of the area, including the power plant, can be arranged at the traveler's risk. Number 9. Largest sunflower seed producer. Ukraine is the world's largest sunflower seed producer, closely followed by Russia. The United States is the 10th largest producer of sunflower seeds in the world, with the majority farmed in South Dakota and North Dakota. The whole size of Ukraine's sunflower farmlands is considered to be larger than Slovenia's entire region. Number 10. Heaviest aircraft ever. With a maximum takeoff weight of 710 tons, the An-225 is the largest aircraft ever built. With a total weight of 559,580 pounds and a single-item payload of 418,830 pounds, it holds the record for total airlifted payload. While Ukraine was still a part of the Soviet Union, the Antonov An-225 hryvnia was produced in Kyiv. It also boasts the widest wingspan of any operational plane. During the fourth day of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, the Antonov An-225, a huge airliner with more than 30 years of service, was apparently destroyed. It has been reported that the sister model of the world's heaviest plane has been lying unfinished in Ukraine for the past 25 years following the Soviet Union's collapse. Russia began building up troop forces along its border with Ukraine in spring 2021. Russian President Vladimir Putin dispatched military soldiers into the breakaway Ukrainian republics of Donetsk and Luhansk on February 22, 2022, describing the operation as a peacekeeping mission. Putin also declared Donetsk and Luhansk to be sovereign entities, completely separate from the Ukrainian government. Putin announced a special military operation to demilitarize and denazify Ukraine in the early hours of February 24, 2022, and launched a large-scale invasion of the country. Later that day, the Ukrainian authorities stated that Chernobyl had been taken over by Russia. In response to the invasion, Ukraine requested quick membership in the European Union on February 28, 2022. Russia began building up troop forces along its border with Ukraine in spring 2021. Russian President Vladimir Putin dispatched military soldiers